Hey, awesome AP students. I see you all here. It's so exciting. I think all of you guys are my team though. So we might be playing against each other.
So exciting.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down.
All of you guys are my team though.
I've got another computer going on over here.
Against each other.
Ah, why? Stop.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down. All of you guys are my team though.
Technology. Okay. So anyway, as soon as we get some of the other classes in here, we'll see if we can get this competition going. Mr. Stopberg is going to be here a little bit later because he had a meeting come up. Hi, Sean. Welcome in. I also wanted to tell you guys that I am working through the DBQs that were sent to me. I've got several of them done. I'm still working on a couple. So if you haven't gotten yours back yet, that's probably why. Hi, Luz. Hi, Isabella. Also, I will send out a remind when I get those DBQs done. And then that way, if you haven't gotten it back yet, you know that your email didn't go through. I'm going to put up the remind just in case you want to get in on that, if you have not done that already. All right, there's the remind just in case you haven't gotten in on that. All right, guys, so we're going to give these other kiddos a quick minute to get in here. Hopefully, we'll be joined by Miss Garza's kiddos as well as Mr. Stauberg's kiddos. If not, we're going to be competing against each other because so far, I think everybody is my team. So, hey, at least you all showed up. I'm really happy about that. Yes, so Sean would be knocked out. Oh, yeah, because it's so early. Yeah, I know. It is early for her, for sure. Okay. Rachel says, props to you guys. That's right. Yes, I'm so proud of everybody being here. Gary isn't here yet. He must be slacking. Either that or he's worried that he's not going to be fast like Rachel. I bet that's what it is. I bet he just doesn't want to be shown up. Okay, sweet. Henry, welcome in. We got one from Miss Garza's team. All right, so if you guys are Miss Garza's or Mr. Stopberg's class, make sure and drop that in the comments. And I'm going to start getting you guys on teams here. Miss Garza and Mr. Stopberg will be here shortly. They had quick meetings that came up at the last minute, and so that's what they're doing right now. But I'm going to get you guys on teams here. So we've got NNE, Isabella. Isabella, are you Miss Garza's class officially, or are you Miss Johnson's? And Luz, let me know which class you're in. If you guys are Miss Johnson's, then I'm going to claim you on my team. I got Josie and Fatine and Rachel. Oh, I already got Rachel on there. Okay, sweet. Dustin, let me know if you're in Miss Johnson, Miss Garza, or Mr. Stopberg's class. If not, then you're on my team. Tammy, I got you on my team. Oh, I already got you on there. Okay, sweet. I think I got everybody. Let's see. We got Cloudy. Hey, Cloudy, you're just in time. No problem. Oh, Fatine, you're Miss Garza's. Okay, sweet. All right, so let's see. Team 2 will be Miss Garza's class. So I got Fatine. I got Luz on that one. And Cloudy, you're on my team, I think. Let me know if that's not accurate. Hi is Garza's team. Hi, what's your actual name? That way I know who you are. Raphael is Garza's. All right, hi, Raphael. Welcome in. We got Melanie for Miss Garza. All right, Melanie. We got Janine for Miss Garza. All right, awesome. Wan Ying is a random kid from Miss Johnson's class. You are not random. You're on my team, Wan Ying. I claim you. All right, NSY, let me know what class you are in. Dustin goes to school in New York, so he's my kiddo. Dustin, you are on my team. Skylar is Garza. Thule, can I also be on your team? Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in. We got a lot of people from all over the United States. It's so exciting. I love it. All right. Elizabeth is on Garza's team. We got that going on. Lindsay is on Garza's team. Jose Jose, right? Yeah, Jose is hi. Okay, Jose, let me know if you are in Miss Garza's class or Mr. Stopberg's class. I think you're in Miss Garza's, but let me know. Who else we got? We've got, oh yeah, where is Ethan? I don't know. I need to text him. Isabella, I think I'm on your team. Okay, sweet Isabella, I will put you on there. And Rachel is here, yes. Okay, so just let me know if you are in here and you have not been added to a team. So far, I've got for Team 1, which is my team, Shun, Rachel, Tammy, Wanying, NNE, Josie, Cloudy, Dustin, Thu, and Isabella. Then for Team 2, for Miss Garza's, I have Fatine, Luz, Jose, Raphael, Melanie, Janine, Skylar, Elizabeth, and Lindsay. Let me know if I don't have you on a team yet. Okay, Jose, I'm so sorry. We got you on Miss Garza's team. Lindsay says, "Where's my bestie Ethan?" I don't know, Lindsay. You guys need to text him. I'm gonna text him right now while we're waiting for everybody to get in here. He told me he was going to be here, so I think that he's probably just running a little bit late. How's everybody doing? Are we ready to get our game on here? Who thinks they're going to win? Whose team? Who wants to start talking smack now? You know, I want Miss Garza's team to understand that my kids have been talking smack about this all week. They're like, oh, we got to win. But the funny part was none of y'all could hear. They were just talking smack to each other about winning today. It was really funny. All right, we got Miss Garza on the stream. Hey, Miss Garza.
Sorry, I was
welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello.
All right, so far, I don't think we have any of Mr. Stopberg's students, but if you are here and you're Mr. Stopberg's students, please let me know in the comments. If not, we're going to get going. We've got Team 1, which is all my kiddos, and Team 2 with Miss Garza's kiddos. So this will be a good competition. Skylar says, hey, Miss Garza, we're going to win.
We better win because last time y'all cheated me out of winning. And I am still salty about it. Still Isabella! Oh my God. Hello. She left us.
Don't you miss their faces? I just miss their faces so much.
I do.
Isabella, I'm putting you on Miss Garza's team because I think she's one of your students, right?
Yeah, but she moved to Bronzeville, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll still put her on your team. Okay.
Yes, thank you. I need her.
All right. Hey, Raphael. Let me see. I think I got you on. Yeah, I've got you on the team. All right. So here's the team lineup. Team 1, Shun, Rachel, Tammy, Wanying, NNE, Josie, Cloudy, Dustin, and Thu. Team 2, Fatine, Luz, Jose, Raphael, Melanie, Janine, Skylar, Elizabeth, Lindsay, and Isabella. All right. Awesome. If you are on here and I have not said your name, make sure and drop it in the comments so that I can get you on a team. Cloudy says, so full sentences versus straight to the point answers will both get the point. It depends on the question. So you know how Jeopardy is played, usually where you get the answer and then you say a question. You don't have to put it in that format. But if the question says explain, then make sure that you give enough information to actually answer the question. So it's kind of a catch-22. And also, whichever comment pops up first on our screen is the comment we have to go with. So sometimes it might be first on your screen, but not on our screen. So sorry about that. It happens every once in a while. All right, Rowan, you are in Miss Garza's. I'm going to put you on that team. And I have got Noella on my team, Team 1.
Do you have Henry?
Henry, yeah. You did. Okay, Henry, you're in Miss Garza's, I think, right? Henry's in yours, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put you on that team. And all right, cool. All right, so, and Twan is here. Twan, you're on Team 1. So one more time, here's the team lineups. For team 1, we have Shun. By the way, Shun is tuning in from China, guys. It's super early over there, but you know, we got to give him a hand clap for that because it's super early and I'd be asleep. So way to go, Shun. It's good to see you. We also have Rachel on team 1, Tammy, Wan Ying, NNE, Josie, Cloudy, Dustin, Thu, Noella, and Tuan. On team 2, we have Fatine, Luz, Jose, Raphael, Melanie, Janine, Skylar, Elizabeth, Lindsay, Isabella, Rowan, and Henry. So that's what our team lineup is looking like right now. Once again, you do not have to answer in question format. You can answer in sentences or bullet points depending on what the question is, okay? And our team leaders, let's see, for team 1, let's go with Rachel. I think Rachel, you're on my remind. If you're not, here's how to get to it down there on the screen, because that's how I'll communicate with you guys. And then team 2, how about Fatine? You want to be team leader for team 2? All team leader has to do is pick the category and how much money. And then at the end of the game, when we do Final Jeopardy, you'll communicate with Miss Garza through Teams. Okay. All right. So let's go with, Miss Garza's team is our guest team today. So we'll let Fatine choose. We'll let team 2 go with which topic they want and how much money. That way, if they lose, guys, they can't say we cheated, right?
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, Fatine, go ahead and let us know what you would like with the category and how much. And hopefully we'll get some of Mr. Stopberg's. I was really looking forward to seeing his face. He did have a meeting. He did have a meeting come up at the last minute, he said, but he said he was going to try to tune in. All right. Fatine says, maybe if somebody wants to support me. All right. Skylar, do you want to be the team lead? We'll make you the team lead. Skylar says industrial age. All right, we'll go with industrial age for, I'll say 300. We'll go right in the middle. All right, here we go. Industrial age for 300. Now, any team can answer. This is not open just to the team captains. It's not open to just, certain people on that team. Anybody from your team can answer, okay? All right, we're going with industrial age for 500, Fatine says. Here we go. Industrial age, 500. Explain how the Industrial Revolution led to imperialism. Explain how the Industrial Revolution led to imperialism.
So do they text you the answer?
They're going to put it in the comments. Oh. The glory of this game is it's the quietest Jeopardy game I've ever played. You know, normally when you play in class, it's crazy. All right. Yeah. Ton says need for raw materials. Tammy says the need for raw materials drove the manufacture. Okay. Lou says they need raw materials from colonies to manufacture more. All right. So Tuan and Tammy, you guys have a really good response there. It goes to team 1, industrialization for 500. Oh, I forgot my little hand clapper thingy. Okay. So that is correct. And team 1, you now have the board. Rachel, let me know what you'd like. Let's see what everybody else said. Lindsay said goods were made faster, so they needed more materials. Yes, that's a good point as well. Thu said the need for raw materials to fuel the factories. Yes, Henry, increased nationalism, so people wanted their countries to be number 1. All these are great answers. Very good. We got some fast hands today. All right, Rachel says imperialism for 500. Also, this board doesn't knock them out, so I'll update you on what's available as we go. So we got imperialism for 500. Explain one economic factor that contributed to migration patterns between 1750 and 1900. Explain one economic factor that contributed to migration patterns between 1750 and 1900.
I think this is on my review for the week. So you better get it.
I got it out of the AMSCO book, so it's very possible. Tammy said indentured servants. Yeah, explain that a little bit more. More urban centers. Luz, explain that. Job opportunities, Shun. Yes, you're right. Give an example.
Explain, guys.
Jobs. Explain means I needed an example. All of these are good, but let's see what Lindsay says. Job opportunities, industrialized countries and factories, or on plantations. All right, Lindsay, I'll give you that one. That sounds good.
That's
Team
the only
2
sound you're
gets
getting.
500 points. So yeah, very good. More job opportunities in factories and plantations throughout the world. Better living, right? All right, Skylar, it is the control of the board is in your realm now. You can let us know what you want, or Fatine, either one. Hey, Gary, how's it going? Welcome in. You haven't missed much. More factories. Okay, let's see. Wan Ying says blue collar too. Yeah, very good. All of these are looking good. Gary was doing homework. All right, Gary, good job. Job opportunities from villages to towns, shifts from agriculture to factories. Yes, Fatine, that's very good. Hey, Sam, welcome in. Skylar says, you say you want a revolution for 500. Here we go. Choose a revolution, then explain one long-term impact of that revolution. Choose a revolution and explain one long-term impact of that revolution.
Explain.
Yes, explain. Gary, I'm just teasing you. No worries. Hey, Ethan's here. All right, Ethan, welcome in. You haven't missed much, Ethan. Okay, let's see who got it. Gary says, American Revolution caused a strengthening and the increase of democracy within America. Okay, Gary. All right, that sounds pretty good. Those points go to team 1. Rachel, let me know what you would like. Let's look at some of these other ones. Rachel says the Haitian Revolution led to slaves getting freedom. Yep. And don't forget that Haitian Revolution also scared slave owners throughout the world because that was the first time that the slave revolution was successful. Sean says American Revolution led to others. Yeah, definitely influenced others. Luz, it just popped away from me. Man, we got a lot of good answers. Lou says Haitian Revolution led to other slave revolts. Dustin, American Revolution led to the French Revolution. Yeah, it's kind of all like a domino effect. Sure. Let's see. Skylar says French Revolution has a long-term impact in America because policies by French revolutionists impacted the American Bill of Rights. Do you mean the other way around, Skylar? Because a lot of our stuff impacted the French Revolution. I guess you could kind of make an argument that the French impacted us as well. All right. Rachel says women for 500. Oh, sorry, Rachel. I didn't put the board back up there. All right. So we're going to do remember the ladies for 500. Here you go. Give one reason why some opposed feminism. Give one reason why some opposed feminism.
Women. That's my reason.
What'd you say?
Women.
Because women.
Sometimes I'm funny and sometimes I'm not.
Oh, I see what you mean, Lindsay. Yeah, that makes sense. French Enlightenment thinkers. Okay, Anani says the cult of domesticity. Okay, Gary says because some thought that it was selfish. All right, so they're both on the same team, and if you put those two together, that's very true. Yes, so a lot of people were thinking that it was selfish because they're taking away from being at home with their children. So good job, Team 1 gets those points, 1,500, and Team 2, you are on the board with 500. Not to worry, though, there are still plenty of points to get. Rachel, let us know what you would like while I read some of these other ones. Shun says because they believed women, it keeps popping away from me, were subordinate to men and they had to be domestic. Yeah, very good. Tuan, some women actually did not agree with feminism. So yeah, it's kind of shocking that they wouldn't, but some of them did not support it. Lindsay said, thought that women didn't belong in society because their jobs were in the home. Yep, very good. All these are great answers. You guys are on point with that. All right. So explore for 500. We're getting these 500s knocked out. Last one. Here we go. Explain one environmental impact of the Columbian Exchange in the New World. Environmental impact, Columbian Exchange, New World.
I think we talked about this for a whole hour once. Please, type faster.
I know. I'm so interested to see what the topic of the DBQ is because I want to be like, oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Explain.
All right, guys, explain. How did soil depletion happen? What was the impact of diseases? What is the impact of deforestation? Melanie says biological changes. Bees came from the New World and pollinated crops. Whoop, whoop. That's a good one, Melanie.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
You guys get those points? Yes, the bees coming and pollinating crops. There's a whole article National Geographic did on that. It was really good. If you guys get time to read it, I think it's called Jamestown. If you Google it. All right, Skylar, you now have the board back. Let us know. All these are other great answers, but you need to make sure and explain how that all came about. So that's why Melanie got those points. Good job. Dustin says disease from domesticated animals killed many Native Americans. Yes, that is true. That is very true. Make sure, though, this question asked about environment. So make sure and connect it to environment somehow. All right, Skylar says industrial age for 400. Explain how industrialization led to consumerism. Explain how industrialization led to consumerism. All right. Fatine says it brought smallpox to the rise in the middle class who had money to purchase goods. Oh, wait. That one moved. Hold on. You guys are typing so. Okay. It brought smallpox to the New World. Okay. I think you're talking about the last question. Lou says mass production was created. That's true. How does that lead to consumerism, though? More urge for luxury goods due to the rising class. Okay. Not too bad. Thu says mass production meant products were cheaper. All right, so Thu and NNE are on the same team, and if we put those two together, that would make sense. So we wanted more luxury items. Rising middle class actually had money to purchase them, along with faster production. So very good. Team 1 gets those points, and Rachel, you now have the board. Let's look and see what else everybody said. Gary said it led to consumerism because more products being produced and people could afford it. Yeah, so for the first time, people can start affording more luxury goods. Okay. And Rachel says, ladies, for 400. Here we go. 19th century feminism was largely led by these two classes of women. 19th century feminism was largely led by these two classes of women. I like your Christmas lights behind you.
Thank you.
It's very warm.
It's a very warm office.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Annie, you're close, but Rachel got it with the middle and upper class. Very good, Rachel. Woo! All right. 400 goes to team 1. We're still neck and neck, guys.
Really?
Team 1 has 2,300. Team 2 has 1,000. But not to worry, there are a ton of points left on the board. Rachel, let us know what you would like. I was playing with A-Push last week or 2 weeks ago, and there were 2 teams. They were ahead the whole time. And then in Final Jeopardy, they lost by 1 point.
Wow.
It was awful. They lost to the third team who had been like behind the whole time. The third team was like so happy. All right. You say you want a revolution for 400. Here we go. Explain one difference between the American and French Revolution. Explain one difference between the American and French Revolution.
Was it that they were French and the other ones were American?
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding.
Don't write that on a DBQ.
Yeah, do not write that. Don't listen to your teacher.
All right, Tammy, you got to explain that just a little bit more because remember, the American Revolution has an actual war that goes with it as well. But if you defend that, you might be able to get that point. Ethan says American has less women involvement. Okay. Yeah, that is true. But I'm not going to read into your answer. So you have to explain it a little bit better. Gary says American Revolution against colonizers and French was internal. Okay. Lou says American was upper class that rebelled and French was mostly lower. Also the middle class with the bourgeoisie. Henry says French changed their government entirely. Okay, that's a good point, but American did too. America was far away while France was close up. Not sure what you mean by that. Cloudy says it was led by different classes. That's true, but you have to be, specific on which classes. Women involved heavily in the French Revolution. Okay, Noella, that's true. So Noella and Ethan, you guys are on the same team. And Ethan, she kind of like gave a little bit more info about that one. So we're going to go with that one. Because you guys work together on that one. Rachel, let me know what you'd like next. Shun says American was towards the British, but the French was against the monarch. Okay, that would be a good one to talk about. And then you could like wrap it up with how the British kept their monarch after the revolution. They just lost the colonies, whereas the French monarch got his head chopped off, right? You want to go with something that's really strong and easy to defend. Yes, Tammy. So you talk about the Reign of Terror being very violent. Yeah, that would be a good similarity. All right, Rachel says, explore for 400. Here we go. Let's explore for 400. Describe why the relationship between the natives and the French was better than the relationship between the British and the natives. Why was it better between the French and the natives versus the British and the natives? Gary, explain that. What you mean? Who was? Who's they? Be specific.
Who is they?
Yeah, Lindsay. Be specific. They didn't try to enslave them. Okay, Lindsay, once again, be specific. Henry says the French wanted to trade fur. Okay, that's true, Henry, but what about the British side? There were treaties that made the fur trade. True, Luz. What about the British side? French did not settle. They were more British set colony. Okay, so you're saying because the French didn't have settlers. Okay, true, but explain that a little bit more. The French respected the natives. They didn't take their land. Okay, Thu, very good. So tell me the British side of it. Lindsay said they only used them for fur trading. That's true, Lindsay. What else did you say up here? They didn't enslave them. Okay, so tell me the British side of it. Rachel says
she mentioned it.
What'd you say?
She mentioned it at the bottom.
Did she mention it at the bottom? Okay.
The British pushed the natives off their land or something.
Okay, sweet. All right, Lindsay, you got it. We'll give you those points.
Thank God.
Sorry, they're coming in so fast. I couldn't read them all. All right, very good. So yeah, the French are trading and not taking the land. That's important because you have to have a good relationship with the Native Americans in order to trade. All right, so Skylar, you have the board back, and we have everything left except for the 400s and 500s. We do have imperialism for 400 left. That's the only one in the 400s that we have left. So very good. Okay. The British for land and assimilation. Yeah, the French never stayed on their land for long. That's true. So they were just there to trade. Yes. I know, Gary. I know explain takes so long, but hey, you guys got to get fast at typing. You got this DVD coming up. Gary, stop complaining. All right, imperialism for 400. Here we go. Explain one cause and one effect of monocultures. Explain one cause and one effect of monocultures. Did you guys go over this, Garza?
No. Kenneth was in the room giving me my purse.
Oh.
And you know how funny he is.
He is so funny. Gary says, what the heck is monocultures? Well, Gary, you're about to learn.
It's okay.
We talked about it when we were doing the unit notes. NNE says monocultures allowed for cash crops to better the economy, but it harmed the soil and caused depletion. Okay, that is a pretty good answer. Let's see what everybody else has here. Lou says cause was the creation of cash crops and the effect was the small diversity of land for crops. What do you mean by the small diversity of land? Lindsay says the cause was grew one type of cash crop for money and an effect was depletion of soil. Very good, Lindsay. I'm going to give you guys those points. That was well worded and I could understand it. So monoculture is basically that they grow just one type of crop and it leads to problems like the pests can go and invade all the fields because they're all the same kind of crop. It leads to soil depletion It leads to deforestation because they want more land in order to grow cash crops. And it can sometimes lead to famine as well because they're growing cash crops instead of food. So yeah, good job though. Not bad. Now you guys know what that is. So Skylar, let me know what you want. We have all the 1, 2, and 300s left, I believe. Yes, that's what it looks like. Lack of diversity. Very good, Henry. Yes, that's true with monocultures. All right, Skylar says, let's explore with 300. Describe one effect on the indigenous people of America due to exploration. Oh, this is an easy one. Describe one effect on indigenous people due to exploration.
Describe it.
Tammy said they had to convert to Christianity due to Christian missionaries.
Who's they?
Yeah, who's they and how did that affect them? Henry says natives were exploited for labor. Okay, so how did that affect them, Henry? Just like on the DBQ, the reader can't add anything to what you're saying. So make sure that you explain what you're saying. Thousands died due to disease. Noella, why did that happen? Skylar says one effect is they learned how to grow new crops, such as corn. Okay, so how did that help them or affect them, Skylar? Lou says the decrease of their population due to diseases as they did not have domesticated animals. There you go. You told me why. You told me what it was. Good job, Luz. All right, so 300 goes to team 2, and we are now up to 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me see. Team 2 has 2,100, and Team 1 has 2,700, so we're neck and neck. Team 2, the board is yours. Very good, Noella. Yes, they didn't have domesticated animals. Listen, I know what you guys mean, but you have to be very precise with your answers. This is great practice for the DBQ.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Skylar, 300 for industrial age. Let me find that one. Here we go. One way that Russia industrialized was building the blank, blank, blank. One way that Russia industrialized was building the blank, blank, blank. Oh, sorry, Noella. I must have missed it. It's okay. Hey, Carol. How's it going? I'll get you on team 1. All right. Tammy was the first with Trans-Siberian Railroad. Good job, Tammy. Fast fingers right there. All right, so 300 goes to team 1. Rachel, you now have the board. Trans-Siberian Railroad. Very good. And Rachel, we have all the 1 and 200s left. We have 300 in Revolution, 300 in Imperialism, and 300 in the Ladies category. Autocorrect is going to kill me, Skylar says. Yes, autocorrect is not fun. All right, Rachel says, remember the ladies for 300. Here we go. How did women's role change in the home countries due to migration? How did women's role change in the home countries due to migration? Let's see. And he says, women had to take more patriarchal roles since the men moved. All right. Very good, Annie. That's awesome. Don't forget with change, you need to talk about what it's like before. Okay. So she hinted to that by saying they had to take patriarchal roles. So maybe talk about how, like, before that, they weren't allowed to be in those roles. Okay. Make sure that you add that in when you're talking about change. All right, Rachel, you still have control of the board, so let me know what you want. And I'm going to read some of these others. Tammy says, in Africa, more women took men's roles. Yes, because men were leaving. Lindsay says, if the man left without a replacement, they had a bigger role in the family and society. Very good. Rowan says, able to get more jobs. Yeah. And Fatine says, women would take on more roles in society as men. Isabella said they started to have roles of power. Very, very good. Yeah, you guys are some fast typers. That is for sure. All right. So Rachel, let me know what you guys want. We still have 300 for revolution, 300 for imperialism, and all the 1 and 200s left. We're knocking them out, though. We are knocking them out.
Do you have like a ring light or something?
I don't. I just have a lot of windows right here.
Oh.
I mean, I do have a ring light, but I didn't bring it out because it's like super sunny today. And this camera on my computer is not very good. Like you'd think that the Mac would have the best web camera.
Mm-hmm.
It does not. But
I like mine. I don't like the work computer though.
Oh yeah. That one's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. All right, revolution for 300. Here we go. During the Enlightenment time period, this woman argued that females should be educated as males along with other rights for women. Who was she? Get the spelling of her name as accurate as you can. And as long as I can tell who you're talking about, you get the points. Gary, yes, that's pretty close. I like how you put a Y on her name. That's funny. Tammy got it with Mary Wollstonecraft. Very good, Tammy. Ding, 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 ding.
Tammy's on a roll.
She is on a roll. That is for sure. Okay, so Team 1, you still have control of the board. We still have 300 for imperialism and all the 1 and 200s. And I'm going to tally up these points because I haven't done that for a while. All right, that's right. Mary Wollstonecraft. Very good. Yeah, that last name is hard to spell, so that's why I was like, just get it as close as you can. Skylar says, somebody give me Tammy's internet. All right. Rachel says 300 for imperialism. Here we go. What is the difference between these two types of imperialism? Settler colony and economic domination. What's the difference? Settler colony and economic domination. Make sure and explain both. All right, we got some coming in. For some reason, it's not on this computer. Anthony says, settler colony is where people move there permanently. Economic domination is more so cash crops and monocultures. Yes, very good, Anthony. Invictus says, settler colonies is where colonizers live within the country, where economic domination, is where the country takes over the country's economic power. Yeah, so with settler colony, they move in, take the land, and do cash crops. Economic, it's more about exploiting raw materials, getting low wages, and taking over economically. So awesome job. Okay, so that was 300. 300 goes to Team 1. Rachel, you have the board, and I'm going to look at a couple of these other ones. Melanie says settler is like Britain, who made 13 colonies to stay, and economic domination is like the French, who wanted to trade for furs. Very good comparison, Melanie. Yes. Shun says settler colony was where people from the mother country actually come and settled, which pushed the natives out. Economic domination is, shoot, it flipped up there, was making favorable economic policies. Yeah, very good. All good. All right, good job. All right, so Rachel says explore for 200. Here we go. 3 causes of exploration are summed up by saying the 3 G's. What are they? This one's super easy. You guys, I'll be able to get this one.
Garza, Garza, and Garza.
Super easy. We were talking last night in the review about how this kind of applies to imperialism too. And I never really thought about that, but they use the same reasons. All right. First one on my board is Rachel. Good job, Rachel. Gold, God, and glory. Awesome. All right, Rachel, you guys have the board. Yeah, so gold, God, and glory. You guys are pretty safe with going with anything about, making sure that they are converted to Christianity and that they make money and that they get glory off of it. Okay, Sean, I can see your comments. They're just coming in a little bit after. All right, so we got industrial for 200. Here we go. Industrial age for 200. Who invented interchangeable parts and why are they important? Who invented interchangeable parts and why are they important? Okay, Tammy says Henry Ford. Not Henry Ford. Lindsay's got it with Eli Whitney. But why are they important? I need somebody from your team to tell me that. Let's see. Eli Whitney is right. Lou says Eli Whitney, they helped mass production be faster. Good job, team 2. That one goes to Lou's. All right. Good job.
Hey.
All right, Skylar, you now have the board. Yes, so they helped mass production become faster. Remember, interchangeable parts are so that you can like use this same cap for a pen and you don't have to make a whole new one because they are interchangeable. Yes, you're able to repair without needing to spend too much money, Rowan says. That's right. All right, let me get you back to the board. Sorry, I forgot about that. So we have all the 100s and all the 200s except for Explorer. You want to just knock them out? Let's just knock them out. Let's go with Revolution for 200. I'll make your jobs easy, leaders, until we get to the final Jeopardy. Okay, so improvements in cartography led to better navigation. This is the map of stars and galaxies. What is the map of stars and galaxies? Sweet Skylar, I read your mind. That's exactly what she wanted. All right. Lou says the astronomical chart. Yes, very good. That is the map of stars and galaxies. And that was a $100 question. Very good. So we're going to go back. All right. So did we do the 200? No, we didn't do this one. All right. Let's do this one. Adam Smith believed in laissez-faire. Define it. Adam Smith believed in laissez-faire. Define it. Sean, we appreciate you. You know, even if you aren't the first one to answer, as long as your team gets it, right, then that's what's most important. And you're learning at the same time. So that's awesome. All right. So, Carol, the astrolabe was used for navigation, but it's not a map. It was more like a compass. But it helped to see at night so that you didn't need the sun. And then he says, hands off from government. Hands off from government. That's part of it, but hands off what? Rachel says free trade and not government. Hold on, I got to free trade and not government. Explain that a little bit more. Sean says free trade without government regulation. There you go, Sean. Ding, 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 ding. Free trade without government involvement. Awesome. So see, Sean, you got it. You got that one. Good thing you weren't hands off for that one. All right, good job. So we're just going to go on and keep wiping these out. I think we've got Explore for 100. Here we go. Improvements. Nope, we already did that one. I need to mark that one off. Okay, so we're going to knock out Industrial Age 200. Who invented? We already did that one too. Sorry. Industrial Age 100. What was one effect of the enclosure movement? What was one effect of the enclosure movement? Yes, Sean, despite your Wi-Fi. Poor Tammy, she's got math class going on right now, and she's trying to listen to math and this. Tammy, it's okay. Like, give up one of us, you know? All right, let's see. I'm trying to find the first one that answered in this. Enemy says migration. That's true, but give me a little bit more information. Increase of laborers lose. Okay, how so and where did they go? Gary says it caused small farmers to become poorer. Okay, kind of, but they did get money for their farms when they were bought out. Henry says less farms. Lindsay says mass movement to urban centers. Okay, that's pretty good, Lindsay. Rachel says farmers moved to urban areas. Okay, but what's the effect? What's the effect of mass movement to urban centers, Lindsay and Rachel? Let me go back up here. It keeps flipping on me. Migration. Okay, all these are right, but tell me the effect. Melanie says British moved from rural to urban cities to factories. Oh, so factories had more labor. Okay. All right. So that would be an effect on the factories. They were able to have more labor. urbanization. So good job, Melanie. I'm going to give that one to you. That was that a 200? I think that was a 100.
Yay.
All right. Good job. All right. Moving on to imperialism for 200. There were many cases of indigenous people resisting imperialism. Name one. There were many cases of resisting imperialism. Name one. Bye, Gary. If you're still on here, we'll see you later. Melanie said, oh, sorry, Melanie, you weren't the first one. Lou says the Cherokee. Yeah, but what was the resistance? Boer Wars. Rachel has the Boer Wars. Okay, Rachel, you got that one. Boer Wars for 200. Good job. And all the other ones that you guys are naming, all resistance movements. Very good. They're remembering some stuff here. I like it. I like it. Hopefully the DBQ is from one of these units.
Honestly, though.
All right, here's your next question. Other than the need for raw materials, what is another motive for imperialism? What is another motive for imperialism? Trying to add up these points here. NNE says new markets. Okay, good job, NNE. I'll give you that. New markets for 100. All right, and then was that one? Yeah, that was 100. All right, we have two more left. Remember the ladies for 200. Here we go. Explain the purpose of the women's suffrage movement. Explain the purpose of the women's suffrage movement. I like all these answers for the last question. Good job, guys. All right, Lou says they wanted voting rights. Awesome, Luz. Yes,
Yay.
Team 2 fighting for the women's right to vote. Awesome. Team 2 gets those points. And we have one last one. Remember the ladies for 100. Explain one way lower class women's role changed due to urbanization.
Oh, Lindsay, it's okay. Anne is kind of mean sometimes.
Factories. Okay, that's true, NNE, but how did it change? Let's see. Rachel said women were able to work. Kind of true, but women always worked on the farms. So what do you mean by that? Men went to different places, Anne says. Carol said they worked. Factories. Remember, with change, tell me how it changed. Show change by what was it like before? What is it like after? Lou says they had to work and they had the burden of Gamule. I'm not sure what that is. Explain that to me. They should work outside domestic areas in the factories. Okay, so that's true. Okay, so Shun is closest, I think, as far as being the first one to say what we're looking for. They can work out of domestic areas and they go to work in the factories. Very good. So when they were working on the farms, it was mostly farm work and inside the house, right? And now they're able to work outside the house. All right. So going into Final Jeopardy, our topic for Final Jeopardy is going to be imperialism. Now, this is how Final Jeopardy works. Your team leader, so we have Rachel for team lead of team 1, and we have Skylar for team 2. They are going to say how many points they want to wager. If you would like to communicate with them and talk to them about, how many you think you want to wager, you can also go into teams. If you're in Miss Garza's class, you're going to use teams in the little comment section.
Do the AP Garza one.
What'd you say?
The AP Garza, the whole class is.
Yeah, the AP Garza, the one for the whole class. Go into that one and start a little comment. Skylar, you specifically go in and start a comment to let her know how many points you'd like to wager. Team 2, you have 3,100 points. So you can't wager over that, but you can wager all of it if you want. Team 1, you have 4,400 points. So for team 1, you're going to send me messages through Remind. So let me know, Rachel specifically, but if anybody else wants to chime in, you can, okay? So team 2, 3,100 points. Team 1, 4,400 points. And as soon as we get the wager, then we will explain how you're going to do the question. Yeah, so you get the points if you get it right, Shun. Yes, that's right. All right. Rachel, are you in? Yeah, she's in the, okay, sweet. All right, so let us know what you want.
No one's sending me anything except Jose. I
Okay,
agree
well, at
with
least
him,
you got
though.
one.
Okay, Jose says wager all.
Well, don't.
Oh, I can't tell you?
Don't say it. No. That's okay.
No, I said he said that, but they're also saying it. They're
Skylar's
also
the
saying
team
nothing.
lead, so we'll go with whatever Skylar wants.
Oh, okay. I have some. I'm coming. They're coming. I won't say anything.
Okay.
Yikes.
So I've got the wager for team 1.
Hold on.
Let me know.
How much do we have again?
You guys have team 2 has 3,100.
Okay.
All right, so you got the wager, right, Miss Garza?
Sure, I'll decide for them. They're just sending me all these things, and Skylar said, do what you want. I don't like deciding.
Okay, so all right, so when I show you hold on, I gotta stop that. Okay, so when I show you the question, you're not putting the answer in the comments. If you're on my team, you can send the answer through Remind. And if you're on Miss Garza's team, you send the answer through Teams because we don't want the other team to see it. If you get this question right, though, anybody on your team can get it right, then you get the points that you wagered. If no one on your team gets it wrong, or gets it right, then you lose all of the points that you wagered. Okay? Everybody ready? Here we go with the question.
Okay.
Here we go with the question. Evaluate the extent to which colonial rule was a revolutionary experience for the territories controlled by European powers. So this is kind of like a thesis. Evaluate the extent to which colonial rule was a revolutionary experience for territories controlled by European powers. If it is revolutionary or if it's not revolutionary, and then give us an example of why you are arguing that. Anyone can answer. Here's your timer.
I'm so scared.
Maybe. Juan, you can help Rachel out and answer as well.
I'll just wait here. I'm Carol. Extent.
All right, let's see.
Do they reply here or to me?
I don't have any answers yet.
Do they replied to like us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way the whole group can't see their answers. All right, we'll give you a little bit longer.
Evaluate the extent.
Oh, I got one for team 1.
Same.
You got one too? Okay. We'll give you about 10 more seconds if anybody else wants to drop in. No, I'll give you a little bit longer, Lindsay. That timer wasn't quite long enough to write this.
I got it.
You got one?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. So go ahead with your team and tell us what they said.
Okay. In Latin America, there was a large extent to which colonial rule was a revolutionary experience for the territories controlled by European powers. Since Creoles were lower than people born in Spain, it led to revolution under Bolivar.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Mm-hmm. Definitely talks about revolution. Okay, so don't reveal their points yet. Let's look at team 1 and see how they did. They said colonial rule was a revolutionary experience for territories controlled by European powers. because it led to representation during times where colonists were overtaxed and caused strong feelings of nationalism due to the rise of nation states. I thought that was pretty good. And then we also have one that says colonial rule was an extremely revolutionary experience because it caused economic imperialism in many colonies that were controlled by empires. For example, the BEIC in India, the British East India Company, stunted India's growth for many years, and the Berlin Conference stunted growth in Africa as well. So both of those are good and would get those points. So how many points a team to wager?
Wait, I have another one.
Huh?
I have another one.
Okay, go ahead.
The extent to which colonial rule was revolutionary was very extensive because it gave countries reasons to rebel, such as in the U.S. That's my other one. I think I have another one, though. It was revolutionary as they were suppressed by need for imperial powers and need for materials, which led to revolutions in like the American and the French.
Okay, very good. So both teams got it. So how many points did they wager, Miss Garza? 3,099. Okay. All right, big wagers here. So 3,099. That puts them at 6,199. And team one wagered 4,395, which puts them just a little bit ahead at 8,795. So team one, you guys win with 8,795. Team two, 6,199. But awesome wagers, awesome game. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see what they say over here. Normal Jeopardy. Okay, well, this isn't normal Jeopardy, Raphael. This is AP Jeopardy. Carol says, Miss Z, are you an AP reader? Yes, I am an AP reader this year, but I won't be able to tell whose essay is what. So sorry, I can't play favorites. Okay, so very good. I hope you guys had fun. And I think we had a lot of fun, me and Miss Garza. And I wish Mr. Stopberg would have been here. Oh, well. We beat his team too. So team two, totally. You beat Mr. Stopberg's team.
Hey.
Yay. All right, guys. We'll have an awesome weekend. Keep practicing those DBQs. I will be back next week with the DBQ review. Do you have anything your kiddos need to know?
Don't tweet out or do any type of social media regarding the AP exam because they will take your exam away, basically.
Yes, you don't. Yeah, you don't want to put anything on social media regarding the exam at all. Just don't even put anything. Don't put like, I finished my exam. Don't reference it at all.
Don't retweet it. Nothing.
Yeah, don't retweet it. Don't do anything. Dustin, the Unit 6 DBQ, I'll be sending that link out to you guys tomorrow through Remind. So that will be coming your way. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome weekend. We will talk to you later.
Bye.